Hey guys, welcome back to RHR Jen. I'm so glad you're here. You guys, pull up a chair, pour some tea. Let's have a conversation. I have so much to talk to you guys about. This as ever thing is just becoming more and more of a joke and more of a disaster. And so I can't wait to talk to you all about it. Today, specifically, we're talking about the products that are supposed to be going along with this as ever, as if, and just the disaster timing of just all of it, just all of it. I have so much to say on this, and I want to get your thoughts. And again, I'm Jen. Thank you so much for being here. Honk honk, everyone. Guys, we have to dive right into this. I have just come across this, and people are talking about it, and I want to talk about it with you all. And that is, this is courtesy of the Daily Mail. It says Meghan Markle's new As Ever products won't be ready until a few months after Netflix show launch. After that one, rebranded her lifestyle business at the 11th hour. So we this is what we're going to be talking about today. I'm going to be having some laughs because I'm just so stuck on this whole thing. Okay, let's just dive in. Wasting every single opportunity. Okay. She has a Netflix show coming out. She knew that it was gonna be she actually thought it was gonna be in January and then knew it was pushed back. So if anything, it gave her more time to get her act together. And this is where we're at on this. I'm just completely stuck on this idea. Again, these two get more opportunities than the rest of us combined. Imagine being tied to the royal family, being born into that if you're him. Um, Gold digging your way into it if you're her, whatever it is, just every opportunity. Incredible, incredible. Most of us would kill for incredible. I do want to give a shout out to my friend John Witherspoon, that lovely attorney I talked to out of DC area. You've seen him collab with me on the Blake Lively stuff. We were talking about this morning, and some projects coming up, but we're talking about this, and he was just making such a good point that think about all the money that they have, and I do question, I don't think they have as much as they wanna let us think they have, but they still obviously have some money. Think of all the money they have and the way they could have or could be spending their lives. Think about what they've said about just wanting to, like, the philanthropy and stuff, and the way that they could be spending their lives and the way that they could be doing good for others and doing things and living the quiet life that they pretended like they wanted, and yet no, they do crap like this. So it's reasons like this that I can't stop talking about it. So yeah, the Netflix show, as we know, is dropping next week, and I will be covering it. I'm excited because it's gonna be such a disaster. It's just like they can't get out of their own way. So I can't stop talking about it. I can't. Like, I just don't think we should let this go. So I will be talking about it. I've had some of you guys ask, don't watch it. I'll watch it for us. I'll take it for the team. I'll get some guests on as we go. I've already lined up some people, and we'll make it fun. But anyway, but it's launching next week. She knew this. Again, she got extension. So if anything, she's pretending like she was with this as ever since 2022. That was a date that came up on one of her, actually, I might have it here. Hold on one second. It came up. Is it here? It's not here. Hold on. It's maybe this one. No, one of these said 2022 on it somewhere. It really doesn't. Oh gosh, that picture. I'm sorry, her head is put on backwards there, but there's a 2022 that I've definitely seen associated with this brand. So I called it at the time. I think that's BS. It's an arbitrary date, probably to try to mess with everything they do seems to be to mess with other people or to clap back at other people. So I assumed it was to mess with someone, be like, I've been using this longer or something like that. But anyway, um, where wherever they pulled that date out of, I've seen that date floating around in relation to this as ever, as if, as clown, as whole. Yeah, I've been over it. And so if that was really the case, that makes this whole thing even worse. She's had more time to think about it and to plan for something like this. And again, most of us, if given an opportunity like this, if I knew that I got to go on, I don't know, pick a show, some big show, and I was going to be out there and I was promoting my brand, you better believe I would have all my, not ducks, but geese in a row, ready to go. Ready. Like if I finally got on Taskmaster, which most of you know is my dream of dreams. I'm going to be on Taskmaster. Just wait. If I got on Taskmaster, okay, you better believe I would be ready to go. I would have this channel ready to go. I would have my products ready to go. I would be I keep saying the same thing, but you get the idea. I would have my geese in a row. I'd be, well, again, there's gotta be a better way to say that. I'd be prepared. How about that? I would. I'd be fully prepared. And that just shows you Meghan. She's never prepared. And that happens if you have no plan, if you're just throwing things against the wall, which is what I believe is happening. They've wasted every opportunity, so much money. They could have enjoyed their lives. They just don't want to do that. They're never happy with anything, always complaining. So again, even this going from American Riviera Orchard to as ever, whatever, to me, it came across as very victimy. I just realized I'd have to sell things that are, regional or whatever. And I made the point before and it stands. No, you don't. Even if you have a name of a location in here, you don't have to just sell it in the region you're in. So nothing they say makes sense. In fact, I didn't even think about this till now. Oh goodness, I almost dropped it. I keep my favorite perfume here, Joe Malone. Love it. What does it say right below it? London. Guys, I don't live in London. Not yet anyway, but I will. I don't live in London, but yet I can have this product. Imagine that. It didn't stop me from buying the product. And in fact, apparently I have a theme here. I don't buy anything from around here. But yeah, same. Look, I can drink Fiji water and I don't live in Fiji. I've never actually been to Fiji. Holy cow. I'm just looking around. Oh my gosh, look. It has New York in it. What am I going to do? How is this a thing? You get the idea. I really didn't plan this, by the way. I'm just laughing because I'm like, oh my God, everything around me has a location on it because a lot of products do. So again, her reasoning, her logic makes less than no sense whatsoever. But I'd like to go back to the article. I do have more talking points as we go. I just think this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That one, as ever, lifestyle products. Can you imagine? Who is taking lifestyle advice from either of these two? Lifestyle products are not set to be ready until a few months after her upcoming Netflix cookery show. Is it a cookery show? Can you call it a cookery? If you don't think that the host actually cooks anything or can cook, just cuts up some lemons and says, there you go. That's not cookery. That's not cooking. It doesn't make any sense. Here you go. I'm laughing because if you don't know, I made a Christmas card that was, again, talking about how their Christmas card was just total, again, chaos. Everything they do is chaos. And I teased about writing, here you go, on my Christmas card because theirs was like from the office of the desk of Meghan Markle. I don't know what it was. I just was like, what? Like, you can't think of anything less personable. My dentist sends me cards that are more personable than that. And so I teased that on my Christmas card. I was just going to write, here you go, and throw it at people. So there's that. But yeah, complete and total chaos, catastrophe, all the things, right? But so again, so they point out that she just rebranded American Riviera Orchard to As Ever. I don't know which name is dumber. And I'm not even trying to be like sarcastic here. I truly don't know which name is dumber because they're both really dumb. I really don't. In fact, will you do me a favor? Leave me a comment below. Which name is dumber? American Riviera Orchard or As Ever? My instinct is to say American Riviera Orchard is dumber, but then I start thinking, what is As Ever? What even is that? As ever implies that you've stuck with something and done it again and again. Like, as ever, Jen can't finish a train of thought. As ever, Jen's laughing at her own jokes. As ever, it's things that I do. As ever, Jen's honking, showing her honkers. As ever. What does Meghan stick with? No, I can't think of anything either. Okay. As ever, squandering every opportunity. As ever, chaos. As ever, no thought going into things. Hey, I did find things she sticks with. How about that? So as ever, including a website with a cover photo of her holding hands with daughter. Okay, we've talked about that. I'm sorry. Can we just? As ever. Photos that make no sense. As ever. What appears to be photoshopped to me. As ever, nothing looks right and everything shrouded in mystery. As ever, kids chasing mom, mom chasing the camera. Anyway, you get the point. So yeah, the whole thing is so odd to me. So I'm stuck on this. And again, I go back to, You have the opportunity. You know you're having a platform. You were even given bonus time because nobody wants to watch your stuff, so they had to back up your project. You're given bonus time here, and what are you doing with it? You're telling me you couldn't rush to get stuff out? She has a Shopify. So if I understand it correctly, isn't that just like couldn't you just drop ship things basically? If I have that right? Regardless, she's had all the time in the world. American Riviera Orchard happened a year ago. So what have you been doing? And then she even said again, she goes back to 2022 with this. So what have you been doing? What's taking up all your time? Because I don't think it's parenting and I don't think it's hanging out with Has. So what are we doing? Shopping? What what's going on? I'm genuinely interested in what's going on here. See what I did there? Um, but yeah, so the thing that I'm realizing though is like just the complete chaos. She just announced in this last weird video that I talked about that she's trying to say Netflix is her business partner. And again, I got to give John credit here because John had such a great analogy, which was, oh, okay, then GM is a business partner. Meaning if you bought a GM vehicle or if you bought a Chevy vehicle or Ford, whatever it is, um, then you've partnered with them. Have you though? You just bought their thing. You've signed a lease with them or whatever it is, or you've entered into a payment system with them. That's not signing a business. That's not signing a partnership, business partnership. That's just an agreement with them. So in theory, I suspect, and I think that's an excellent point, it's probably just some sort of business partnership because you have a show going up on their channel. I'd really like to know the inner workings of that. And I've heard the rumblings, as I'm sure you have too, that it's not going well. So I just I just have to laugh at this. I just think this is so crazy. Um so then again, shout out to John who thinks Netflix must be taking the wheel on this thing. And yeah, maybe he's onto something. Maybe that's what it is, but it's still I get what you're saying about Netflix taking the wheel, and I agree that I mean, it's just been such a shit show. They had to do something, but I just feel like even at this point, what can they do? She's done nothing, nothing. Again, I'm laughing thinking about the pod. Again, I'm a one woman operation here. I'm running this ship. I'm doing all the things, right? And I'm posting every day, sometimes multiple times a day. And doing merch and doing Patreon, and I'm a mother. Like, it's just all the things, and I'm not looking for a pat on the back. I'm saying, like, I get it. I get it. It's hard. I do these insane live streams. It's hard. It's a lot of work, but it's fine. It's you just gotta do it. If this is what you wanna do, you gotta do it. So I'm doing it, and I'm thinking about her when she had her podcast. What was it, like 12 episodes, give or take, something like that? And then we found out she had a team of it was a ridiculous number, whatever it was, of, producers that would allegedly interview guests for her, and then, like, a few that she really wanted to talk to, she would actually sit in, otherwise, they'd interview for her, and then she'd record herself afterwards asking the questions. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, what now? Guys, I'm gonna hire somebody to do my next live for me. And then I'm gonna come in at the beginning and be like, Hi guys, that was a great conversation." What is that? That's not doing the work. What are you doing? Anyway, so I suspect, again, just my opinion, it seems to be total laziness. And it's a laziness and also a expecting things that will be handled for you, expecting that you're going to be successful instead of working for it, expecting that people will be interested in your products however many months after you're on this Netflix show. And I'm not dare saying that this Netflix show will be anything, but there's going to be general interest because a Netflix show has launched around the time. So you can't have more of an opportunity than this, and you can't waste more of an opportunity than this. It is crazy, absolutely crazy to me. Um, yeah, I'm stuck on the idea too of the American Riviera Orchard and relaunch or rebranding it as ever right before this goes up. So again, knowing that you're about to have this platform, making a decision like this, which is so stupid, and having hype up, you could have hyped up the brand for a year, but you didn't. And then even if you decide you're going to change, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard, but let's say, I mean, I changed my name, whatever. I didn't have a Netflix show going up at the time. I wouldn't have done it then. But fine, fair enough. You change your name. You promote the heck out of your name. You you know what I mean? Like I'm nothing. I'm nobody. And you know what I mean? Like in the scheme of things, as far as like um my numbers and stuff, and that's fine. I'm right where I want to be. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying like, but I just stress so much about changing the name. Like, am I doing the right thing? Or will people be able to find me? How will it work? Oh my gosh, I have to come up with a new logo. It's just a lot. And for her, it's just like, "Meh, I'm gonna do this thing as ever." What? What? At least mine, I can tie back. Okay, I was Real Housewives recaps before. RHR keeps the Real Housewife recap logo or reference, and it's an inverse of HRH. So there's a theme there. You can connect the dots. I got nothing on this as ever. I really do. I got nothing. She didn't even sell a single jar of jam and then ditched it. I really can't make sense. It's just, again, we're back in the same thing of no products, just promises. Promises of what? I don't know. I don't even know if promises is the right word. It's just I have notes here that I'd made for myself and I was thinking like no actual products, just whispers of as ever. So yeah, they won't be ready for months. They're saying till after the Netflix, I'm going to keep going with this, but after this Netflix thing happens and who's what's the point of trying to show a brand if fans, if you believe there are some, can't even get a hold of it? Again, I'm not going to go too far into this, but if you know, you know. If you ever watch Real Housewives, which I absolutely did, my favorite was New York. If you know that Sonia Morgan had this idea for a toaster oven, and she really had some interest in it. A lot of people saying, "Oh, I'd buy that." She just came up with this idea for a toaster oven cookbook, and all this, and kept on about it. And it was her talked about it and had so much interest. Couldn't be bothered. Couldn't never released the thing. Instead, tried to slap her name on a whole bunch of other crap that never took off from what I understand. But it's like, you have this platform. It would take very little effort in Sonia's case or in Megan's case if you have a team of people that can help you with things like this. There are people that will help you with things like this. No, can't be bothered. Again, it's just I think I just get extra what's the word? Fired up because the opportunity's wasted. Again, I've gone over this a million times. I get extra fired up about the opportunity wasted with the royal family. She had the opportunity to learn from incredible people, especially some of my favorite women in the world. You know, she claims to be this feminist and empowering women and all that. She had the opportunity to learn from Her Majesty the late Queen. She had the opportunity to learn from Sophie, who the Queen was going to put with Meghan. Meghan's response, allegedly, according to the books I've read, was, "I have Harry." Okay, Miss Feminist, how's that working out for you? Do you still have Harry? Even if you had Harry, does Harry have anything to offer? I mean, like, seriously, you could ask him a question about the royal family. I probably know more about the royal family than Harry does. But anyway, the Netflix timing of it all, just so this is supposed to be her big moment, and this is her business partner, according to her. And yet she's just not capitalizing on it. You just can't make that make any sense. You'd think she'd have products lined up. I'm just stuck on this, ready to ride this wave of attention she's about to get because she loves that. I mean, she was merching stickers by calling Backgrid. I'm pointing because she had a sticker here. She's merching stickers calling Backgrid on herself before. And now she actually has this opportunity and is not taking advantage of it. It just doesn't make any sense. But continuing on the article, so in her announcement video, Meghan confirmed Netflix would be her new business partner. Again, what? Saying this was huge. And this is where I believe John was going with this. John, don't sue me if I have that wrong. But I think that his point was that it's not that they're her partner, they had to take the wheel because we're all over the place, and maybe that's what it is, I don't know. But, let's see, this led people to believe that the new launch would coincide with the show coming out. One would think, but one's using way too much logic and reason because I don't know what she's doing. I really can't make sense of it at all. But if you believe there are fans, but her fans, both of them, are left with nothing. I mean, always a big fat nothing burger, right? So she's built this buzz making these Instagram videos. I don't believe there's actually buzz there, but put out these celeb jam samples, put out this website for what? There's no payoff. There's no nothing. There's just, it's just emptiness. A la Harry. I'm just kidding. It just is nothing. I'm just stuck on this. Have a plan. Isn't that like business 101? Have a plan. Have a plan. I have about 100,000 plans. Are they all good? No, they're not, but they're there. I've always got a plan. I have a plan to start jump roping to get in really good shape. I have a plan to ways I want to build out this channel. I have a plan to work on a weight loss channel as well. Like all these things, I have about a million plans. And if you stop planning, then I think you're dead. So you just got to always have plans. What are you doing if not? I just can't imagine going through life with that. I have plans to move to England. I have plans for my Gosling. I have plans for myself. I have plans for 20 years from now. I have plans for 20 minutes from now. Like you just always have to have a plan. She's got nothing. I just can't imagine going through life like that. I can't. I'm not interested in going through life like that. Um anyway, sources have told Page 6 that the lifestyle, I don't know about highly anticipated. What highly anticipated products are we talking here? Um Let me move this so we can fully see it here. Highly anticipated products, which will include jam, gardening, and other homeware items. Again, I don't think anybody will buy anything, but let's say that, all right, let's say 99% of people are there to mock it. Okay, fine. 4 people might actually be there because they're interested in her jam and lifestyle products. She's missing out on those 4 people because she can't get her blank together. Like, you can't make sense of that at all. Um, yeah, it's just the worst brand launch I've ever seen. Again, what happens if you try to launch something out of spite, right? Yeah, it just you end up with stuff like this. It's chaos. It's crazy. I had another thought that I wanted to go back to. Um, I'm just the idea too, I just keep thinking about these manic. I'm gonna take this article down because that's basically it. She's got nothing. The other thing that's just sticking in my mind are these, like, I'm gonna play it without sound, but these manic videos we keep getting. Now, I did cover this in detail. Go find that video. It was put up, I don't know what day it's going up, but probably yesterday. Um, the manic videos that she's putting out, right? The reek of desperation. I'm stuck on this and I keep thinking about this. I definitely think that they're clapbacks. And I've been reading your comments. A lot of you think the same, like the dog thing, because she caught so much flack for the idiotic, narcissistic posts about the dog. She's like, well, hold my beer. Here's another dog, whatever. Um, but I just think I think there's just desperation and so much reeking off these videos. She needs this to go right. She needs to hide the Jason Knopf stuff coming out. She needs to distract from the negative publicity she's getting, rightly so, because she continues to do crazy things like this. Bracelet. Look at my jewelry. Oh, anyway, but she does. She's getting this negative feedback, and all I can think of is she's pushing back harder. So she's not putting effort into, I don't know, making products. She's putting her effort into what she does best, clapping back. It's so weird to me. It's so wild. The other thing I keep thinking is I just have this feeling based on things I've read, all the books. I love reading the books, revenge and things like that, and courtiers and stuff. I can finally say that stuff on camera. Anyway, I love reading those books. I love doing the recaps. I've heard you guys say you want the Tom Quinn book. I can work on that. You gotta give me time. It's out soon, so I'll see what I can do on that. But the things I've read is she just sucks the fun out from not letting people make jokes in front of her to calling people the ist words. Can you imagine, like, just always being so serious? And it's like she sucked the fun out and everybody realized she's a fun vacuum. I don't know. So she tries to re-inject it now into things like this. I think this was an attempt to distract from the bull claims, you know what I'm talking about, with the Knopf and the 60 Minutes Australia. And I think she is attempting to clap back, and I think she's attempting to say, "Look at me. I'm fun. I'm funny. Watch this." You know? Just a feeling I have. So what's happening is by injecting these fun, which aren't actually fun moments, you end up with these manic episodes of her going, "Ha ha ha ha," like veneers out. Teeth. In fact, oh, where'd it go? I just had I'd made like anyway, doesn't matter. Probably shouldn't do that anyway. Teeth. But you end up with these manic moments of her just going, "Ha ha ha ha." And I kept thinking, why is she doing that? I think it's to try to, I don't know, pretend fun. I don't think she's capable of being fun. I really don't. Do you think of her as having a great personality? Me neither. Do you think of her as really funny? Me neither. Or right there, there's the manic moment. Ha 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 ha. Like, who's the laugh to? She's holding the camera herself. She's not talking to anybody. She's just laughing and pointing at the sun. Weird. Oh, I got it. She's wearing, I talked about it. She's wearing, I just figured it out. She's wearing the Northwestern sweatshirt, clearly a play. Oh, let me pause it when it gets there. Hold on one second. It's clearly a Diana reference. I've been through that. Maybe she's laughing and not actually talking to anybody except for Diana. Remember, that's her claim to fame is she can talk to Diana. Nobody else can, but Meghan can. If that's not a red flag for Harry, if that wasn't 100 million red flags for Harry, there's a big problem. And I remember somebody, I want to say I was Revealing the Narc. Apologies. I would totally give a shout out. I don't remember who it was. I think it was Revealing the Narc. Pointed out there's stories that allegedly something along the lines of she threw herself on Diana's grave. Think about that. That your partner or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or whoever, your friend even, throws themselves on your mother's grave. I understand as a partner or a friend or family, whatever, not even family, but I'm saying like somebody in your life, they would be sad for you and for your loss. But she didn't know Diana. She shouldn't be throwing herself on the grave. I just find that so weird and so telling that it's all for show. All for show. It's for Harry. And then Harry didn't see it as a red flag. He's just like, okay. I mean, yeah. Like, I don't even want to use example. My grandmother's passed away. Loved her dearly. Still do. That doesn't go away. But if somebody that was serious in my life that didn't know her threw themselves on her grave, I'd be like, "What the hell are you doing? That's so weird." I would understand if they were sad because I was sad or whatever, you know what I mean? Like trying to comfort me maybe, but not throwing yourself on their grave, especially if you don't know the person. It'd be one thing if it was like my cousin who had the same grandma and grew up together. Of course, that's their grandmother too. Grieve how you want to grieve. That's not what this is. Anyway, I get off on a tangent. I just think this whole thing's weird. Maybe she's communing with Diana. My point of all this is she's not fun. She's trying to pretend to inject fun in this. I find it bizarre. Another wasted opportunity. I think I'm done. I think I've hit all my talking points here. I just I can't, but I'm here for it. You know, they keep doing dumb stuff, so I'm going to keep talking about it. Where's Has No Balls at? What do we think? Do you think he'll be around for this Netflix thing? Do you think that, you know, she's going to continue to do these crazy stunts until this Netflix thing or even after it drops? Because she's all about the publicity, but not the work or the follow through. Can't be bothered. Anyway, guys, I'm leaving this here. My sincere thank you. Thank you to John for your help behind the scenes. Thank you. I think it was Revealing the Narc who had that interesting point about throwing yourself on the grave. Thank you all for your lovely, kind words and feedback. My last video did really well, and that's because of you all, and I just can't thank you enough. Can I just tell you, thank you for sharing it to everybody who's shared it online. That means so much, and that's a huge, that's a huge help to me. It really is. Thank you for that. I will be doing a live again soon. I don't know if this is going up Monday evening or Tuesday, whatever. I'm planning tentatively for Tuesday live stream. If I can get it together, I will let you know. But again, I am happy to talk about this stuff with you all. You know, the crazy is going to continue. You know, I'll be talking about that, and I will be covering the Netflix series. So thank you guys, as always, for being so lovely to me and for being here. I do want to shout out my Patreon members. A huge thank you to my executive producers. You guys mean the world to me. I appreciate you all so much. It's because of your support um, that I'm able to do so much. So thank you. I just, it's not lost on me, and my sincere thank you. And if you are interested in Patreon, you can definitely check that out. There is a way to become a free member that just lets you get notifications. And the reason that's important is because I also post what I'm going to do lives over there. So I always do them. I don't do lives over there, but I post over there to let you know there's gonna be a live on the channel. So even if you sign up as a free member, you'll get those notifications because YouTube does not always give notifications. But it's patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps, my old name. I know. But you can find me over there for bonus episodes, hundreds of episodes, so check that out. But as always, a huge thank you all so much for being here, for your love, your support. Thank you to everybody who loved the Gosling in the last video. I'll try to bring her in once in a while when she feels like it to record things like that. That meant so much. And yeah, you guys are my ray of sunshine. So now I'm going to hold my own phone. This isn't my phone, but my phone's busy. So I'm going to hold my battery and I'm just going to show my non-veneers, my regular teeth, and go bizarre. All right, guys, thanks for being here. I truly hope you all have the best day, and I can't wait to bring you more stuff like this. Bye-bye.